Hey, just wanted to do a quick update video because I have just got home, that's why I'm still dressed like this and it's still freezing in my house. But I had my letter through from the surgeon confirming the date of my next surgery. So skip back a bit. My last video, I think I said that I was still having symptoms, which was passing blood and mucus from the stump that's left over from the subtotal colectomy. So I went to meet with a surgeon over the Christmas holidays because the steroid suppositories and the steroid enemas that they were trying to manage the symptoms with haven't worked. The surgeon said you've basically got three options. One is just live with the symptoms. Two is have surgery to create a J pouch, and three is have surgery to just remove the stump and therefore make the stoma permanent. So, I mean, option one isn't really an option for me. Option two isn't really an option either, to have the J pouch, because I've been told that I would be a nightmare if I had a J pouch. I would get symptoms again. So 3 is really the only option I had. And it was interesting actually because he said the J pouch, people, you know, when they first hear about it are like, yes, definitely I'll go for the J pouch, which is what I felt like as well. But when they actually have it, it's not what they expected. I think he said it's important to manage people's expectations with a J pouch, because they think, oh, I'll get a J pouch done and I'll go back to normal, but actually they're having symptoms still. The frequency is quite high, and because the output is quite liquidy, it's difficult to manage. They have an urgency and sometimes accidents. So for me, that's not really an option, because I like having the control of having the ostomy at the moment. I'm not having any problems with that. And any problems I am having, I deal with, and it's not as bad as having colitis. So yeah, for me, really, there was only one option, and that was to have the stump removed and make the stoma permanent. So I tried to look online about that procedure before I went to meet him, and there's not much information about it. About what does it actually entail. So I asked him, would they need to cut my tummy open again? How do they get to the stump to take it out? And he said that they can do it most of the time just through the back passage, just go in there and take it all out, no like cuts needed. But in, I think he said 20% of the cases, they do have to cut you open, like from the belly button down to your pubic bone. They have to open you up, and that's if, you know, the adhesions in there from past surgeries or whatever are too like big, risky around those other organs that are there, to just do it kind of keyhole from the back passage. I guess good odds, but quite like a high percentage. I didn't think it would be 20% they'd have to do that. That's quite a lot. I'm hoping obviously that they don't have to do that, because then it's less recovery and less scarring and whatever. So if they can, they'll go through the back passage, take it all out, and then sew you up, so you don't have a butt anymore. I mean, you have the muscle, but nothing else, and you'll have a Barbie butt. So that's what, you know, the option was. And he said, go away, think about it, and then just let me know. So I went home and basically was in denial then, because it's Christmas. I just didn't want to think about it, didn't want to have to deal with it. And then I think it was like New Year's Day, I was awake at like 3 a.m. and just, that's when it hit me, like, oh, okay, this is going to affect 2016 as well, is it? Like, it's done 2014, done 2015, and now it wants to have a big part in my life in 2016 as well. I was quite upset about it, and I try to be positive, and like, you know, going for the surgery the first time was the best thing I've done, you know, but I don't know, going for surgery again, I didn't think it would be this soon. I thought after the first surgery, sorry about my cats, that I'd be able to go for quite a while without having any other hospital stays or surgery done, because they'd said, you know, obviously there are risks involved in surgery, especially in that area, so, you know, you've got to consider things like fertility and whatever. So I thought, okay, I'll probably wait for that next round of surgery until after I have kids, but doesn't seem I can do that because of the symptoms that I'm having. So I've had to go for it sooner, and I asked him about that. I said, you know, obviously I've got concerns around fertility and whatever. After I have the surgery, is there any risks? What's the risks like? And he said, actually, you know, obviously there are risks involved in surgery, but actually having this surgery done, compared to the risk of just leaving it how it is. Percy, do you mind? He said, versus the risks of actually just leaving the inflamed stump in there and having symptoms from that and feeling, you know, exhausted from that, that's as risky, you know, as having the surgery done. So I feel a bit better about it. I think my main concern, because I had quite a bad experience with the first surgery in terms of pain management, that's why I'm nervous, because it although I got through it last time and I don't regret it and it was one of the best things I've ever done, it wasn't a pleasant experience. To cut a long story short, I woke up from surgery without any pain management. So they tell you that when you wake up you'll have an IV, morphine, and you can press the button and it would administer the morphine, and you'll feel uncomfortable but you won't really feel in pain. But I woke up and I didn't have any IV in, so I woke up feeling the full effects of the surgery, and it took quite some time to get the pain under control. It's the worst pain I've ever been in, and I never want to feel that pain ever again. So I am really scared about that. I'm not going to be proud and say I'm not, because I am terrified of feeling that pain again. You know, I'm hoping that it was a one-off, that there was a mistake on that day and that's not the norm. I'm hoping that was really rare that happens. And obviously going into it this time, when I have my pre-op, I can really stress that I'm nervous about that and how are they going to prevent that from happening again. I mean, the good thing is that now I'm used to my stoma and that's all working well, so hopefully that doesn't have to recover as much after surgery. Like, my digestive system won't be in as much shock as it was last time. So, you know, I won't get the sickness and things like that I had with my first surgery. But, I don't know. I'm sure it will be fine, and I've been through the last lot of surgery, and I'm sure it can't be worse than that, so I'll get through this lot of surgery as well. And my date for surgery is the 22nd of Feb, and it's booked in for 7:15, so that's quite good. So I'm assuming I'm one of the first in, which is good because you can't eat beforehand. So my pre-op is on the 3rd of Feb, so I'll probably do the same as I did last time, and after the pre-op do a bit of a video as well to say how that's gone, and hopefully have some more information about the surgery and how long it's going to take. The surgeon did say it's about the same kind of seriousness of operation as the last one was. Again, it's removing, you know, an organ, and there's the recovery time, so probably in hospital for a week and then at home for maybe 4 weeks or so, recovering before going back to work. You know, it's an odd place. If they can do it through the back, it will be the stitches around there that will have to heal, so it's an odd place, it's uncomfortable, but you don't have to, you know, maintain it at all, you don't have to have any aftercare, so I don't know. And then obviously after that I will be colitis free and won't have to deal with it again, hopefully. So my cat's mental. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's weird as well, that when I go into hospital, like, having to look after them, I'm sure my family and friends will help, but it's going to be weird being away from them. And at least I'll have them to keep me company when I'm home from hospital, so that'll be nice. But yeah, just wanted to give an update, and now I've got my date, so that's weird. But yeah, that's all for now, and I'll give an update after my pre-op. Thank you, bye!